Hey everybody, it's Brian from Garber Chevrolet, and the Bolt is back. Let's check out what is new with this reborn EV. So to go over what has changed from the same style 2023 EUV to the 2027 EV, the range has gone from 247 to 262. The 2027 is 0.1 inch longer. The width is exactly the same. The 2027 is 0.3 inches taller, and the battery chemistry has gone from lithium ion to lithium iron phosphate in prismatic can cells. And checking out the front end of the 2027 Bolt EV, it is hard to underestimate just how identical this vehicle is to the 2027 EUV. They did change a few things here. Up front, there is a LED daytime running light, LED headlight underneath there. There are two trim levels this year. There is the LT and the RS, which this one is. Coming to the side of the vehicle, the other big change was going from the old charge port to the NACS charge port here. And then on the RS, there are 17-inch high gloss black wheels. These are the only wheel options available for the RS trim level. And checking out under the hood here of the 2027 Bolt EV, there is no protective cover. You can see all of the battery components nice and easy to access right here up front. The battery is a 65 kilowatt hour battery. The other thing, talking about the battery, it being a 65 kilowatt battery, it also can take up to 150 kilowatts of charge. It is 2.5 times faster than the previous generation Bolt. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the one pedal driving on the Bolt is far less aggressive than, say, the Blazer EV. I have a Blazer EV myself, and as soon as you let your foot off the accelerator, when that one pedal is on high, it really stops that vehicle. On this one, you can let your foot all the way off the accelerator, and it still doesn't have that aggressive as a stop. Taking a look at the back end of the 27 Bolt, you do have LED taillights, black bow ties on the back and front, as well as the key fob and steering wheel for the RS trim level. RS badging here, also on the inside on the headrest to let you know that you do have the RS trim level. Here in the cargo area of the 27 Bolt, good amount of cargo area for a vehicle this size. False floor here gives you that capability if you did need a little bit more cargo area. Dual level charger, so it still has the ability to swap out that 120 or 240 just depending on where you're charging, and then the actual connector has gone to that NACS port. And going to that NACS charge port, Chevy does offer a number of different adapters just depending on what level of charging you are looking for. And here on the inside of the 2027 Bolt, this is where a lot of the noticeable changes have come from that previous model generation. You have gone from the push to shift on the center console to the electronic precision shift. That does open a lot of area here in the middle, makes it feel like a little bit more roomy up front here. The driver information center is an 11-inch diagonal. It is very familiar to any other Chevy EV that is out right now. The radio screen is an 11.3-inch diagonal. It does have Google built in. It is a weird style. It is not like the full Google built in like on the Blazer or the Equinox. It gives kind of the vibes of the Silverado EV work truck when those first were released. The volume knob is in a somewhat weird spot. You have to lean all the way over to the right here to adjust the volume. I think they did that just knowing with that electronic precision shifter, they didn't want someone to accidentally hit their shifter here and change anything while they're reaching for their volume knob. There is ambient lighting available. Shows up here on the driver's side door, passenger door, above the glove box, and then under the center console area here. And you also have this new setup here, the I like to call it choose your own cup holder adventure. You can adjust the size of your cup holders based off of what kind of cup you actually are bringing with you. There's also another one of those setups here down towards the floor if you have another drink that might be a little bit bigger and not fit inside of these two cup holders up top. You still have different drive modes that you can select. There's a normal, a sport, a snow and ice, and a my mode where you can adjust some of those feelings to make it a little bit more personable for your drive. physical controls underneath the radio are here for your heated and ventilated seats, as well as your other air controls. Your heated steering wheel button is actually left of the steering wheel here on the dash. There is an empty spot on the steering wheel in the bottom left area, which you would assume would be for the heated steering wheel button. It is empty on this model because that would be for your Super Cruise if this vehicle was equipped with it. There's a pretty solid amount of storage here in the Bolt. Just under the radio screen is a nice little pad for your phone. If this was equipped, it would actually have a wireless charging pad. A little bit more storage underneath that on the floor area. And then above the glove box, there's a nice little spot. And the storage here in the center console is not awful for a vehicle of this size. A lot of those areas also have this nice little texture, helps break up kind of some of just those standard looking colors, a bunch of different little crossing lines. The other nice thing is if you look in the glove box of the Bolt, it does come with a nice little postcard style note here that is from the assembly and stamping team, congratulating you on your new Bolt and welcoming you to the Bolt family.